Okay, here we are. Yes, back. It's Wednesday. Decompress.
Yes.
You know what? So I started drinking coffee again.
Oh, God.
But okay, here's my reasoning.
Up and down and up and down.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what is your reasoning?
I get way more done when I have morning coffee. So I'm just like, if my whole goal is to get stuff done,
Yeah.
then I literally get more done.
Then that's okay. It's not like you're drinking 6 cups. You're having 1 cup and you're good and you're getting
one
shit
maybe
done.
2 depending, but I'm just not. Yeah.
That's fine then.
Yeah.
It's not like you're getting like a Starbucks Frappuccino with
No, it's not full of
so
sugar.
much
It's
sugar.
more just
like
for
it's
the.
literally just.
It's for the jolt of caffeine, and I also feel like, especially right now doing 75 hard, where there's the 2 workouts and that I am more on the little bit tired side because sometimes I'm not going out to do second outdoor workout till late in the day, and I'm also getting up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
So having a coffee at around 8:30 a.m.
Helps you.
definitely makes a difference right now.
Well then.
So I'm doing it and I'm enjoying it. Yes.
Good. That's good. Okay, so we're back on coffee. I swear, every episode for the last 5 weeks, you're like, I'm not drinking coffee.
I drank decaf for a while, and I was like, well, what's the point?
Yeah. No, I agree. If you need it for energy,
I'm not feeling. I don't think it's having any negative side effects. Anyways.
Yeah.
Getting more done.
Good.
Got a lot on the go.
So. Sure do.
Yes. Okay. So we want to talk about something here. So you guys bought a house.
Yes.
It's your first time home buyers. Tell me about that process. So, okay, let's first of all, in terms of the stress and anxiety levels behind buying a house, what do you have to say about that? Was there some challenges along the way?
Definitely, we ran into a few challenges. It was definitely a little bit stressful. I expected it to be a little bit stressful. Obviously, it's all new things, and we've never done this process before.
Right.
So obviously, it was a lot of new things and just a bit of
Waiting
and the unknown of whether or not the deal was going to go through. So yeah, it was a little stressful.
All right.
But I mean, it worked out.
Yeah, because you're living in the house now, so
we're moved in.
That stuff's all history. Now, leading up to and getting ready for being a homeowner, and say let's just talk about saving money. How did you find that? Was it hard?
I mean, yeah, a little bit. We did some budgeting, even just towards the end in the last few months before we bought the house, and that was a little bit hard to realize that we were spending a lot of money on things we really didn't need. But I just was putting little bits of my paycheck away into a home savings account.
Yeah.
And just
it adds up,
as
right?
much as I can.
It added up over time.
It added up very quickly, so it was good, but definitely a little bit hard, but it pays off. Obviously, we have a house now. So.
But you can see how even on the savings side, where if you're not actively doing it or paying attention to it, the money doesn't just accumulate on its own, right?
No, it has to be top of mind, and you have to be thinking about it.
Very intentional.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, now what about, you had a home inspection done on the house. It was an older home that you purchased.
Yeah.
What did you think, was that overwhelming to get the results of the home inspection with the details there?
Yeah, I was a little bit nervous. That was one of the things I was most nervous about, just because it is an older house. So I was a little bit worried about what we would find out.
Yeah.
But it ended up being good. But yeah, it was definitely a little bit nerve-wracking. But I mean, the results were good. I mean, the house isn't falling apart.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that we do need to fix, just being that it is an old house, but nothing that would make us not want to buy it. So that was good. But yeah, definitely a little bit scary knowing that it is a really, really old house. So you never know what you could find.
Okay. I was something that's, I guess more something subjective that I wanted to ask is, and a lot of people say this, when you walked into the house for the first time that you looked at it, did you have a feeling like you knew this could be your home? How did you get that feeling when you were there?
I really liked it when we first saw it, but I was trying to like play it cool.
How long did it take from the time
that like I walked in there?
Either, yeah, like was it before you even stepped inside?
No, I think I had to see it. It's a very funky house, so it was kind of confusing just looking on the listing to even understand like where everything is in the house. So once we like got to go there and be there in person, I immediately like imagined myself like living there. Okay, like this could go here and this could go there, and
Sure.
Yeah, it's a really nice house, and
So at what point did you know
excited.
that? Like, was it like standing in the entryway, or did you have to get in through the kitchen, like
I
out
think
to the?
once
or
we
was
got to the living room space and like
Yeah.
all the open windows and like just the open concept and all the natural light, I was like, oh my gosh.
So
and
you
the
just
view
knew.
as well. I was
So
like, I could live here.
You didn't have to convince yourself that,
No,
that you were doing the right thing.
Yeah, no, it felt right.
Felt good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because a lot of people say that, and I experience that a lot of times with clients. It's like they just walk
just
in,
know.
and it's like, okay, we'll buy it.
Yeah.
And we're like, don't you want to look at the rest of it? And they're like, no, it's all
Well,
good.
that's funny you say that because like the first time we went to look at it, I didn't even look in like all the rooms. Like I didn't like intentionally look at everything because I was like, I just was like, I really like it.
Yeah, none of that stuff would matter,
I was
right?
like, whatever, I really love
It didn't matter
it.
what the closet, how big the closets
Yeah,
were.
it was
right?
more awesome that was like looking in everything and like
Yeah.
looked around. But yeah, it felt right, and it feels so good to be living there now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
excited.
So one of the challenges that you guys had in that buying process, so number one, you have first-time buyers,
Yeah.
qualifying for a mortgage because, so number one, being self-employed.
Yeah.
And self-employed people run into this all the time. So you're self-employed, which meant that you didn't have all the options, banks. So number one, you had an old house, so not all
Yeah.
banks would lend on a house of that age.
Yeah.
Number two, it has 2 rental suites.
Yeah.
And there were banks that wouldn't lend on that or count the income from the rental suites.
Yeah.
And then you were self-employed,
Yeah.
which also
It's
limited us down even more. So
Yeah.
through that process and getting financing approved, like that was probably the biggest roller coaster part.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
trying to make that work because there were so many obstacles in the way. It wasn't just
Yeah.
a standard deal. And then in the end, like it literally fell apart and wasn't
Yeah.
going to happen.
And that was so stressful.
And then the sellers come forward and they offered to carry
the mortgage.
the mortgage.
Yeah.
And
just
so it's crazy how
It
things happen.
just comes together.
Like because it wasn't going to happen because the
No.
bank wouldn't approve, and that because the amount that the bank would lend on it was limited because of anyway.
Yeah.
So
No, it was like so stressful, and then it just works itself out. You just gave me a call and you're like, this is what the sellers would like to do, and this is what they proposed, and then like we literally got it together within like the day.
yeah,
So,
done. So
yeah.
so things happened. You had to get a little bit creative, but it all worked out. Now you're in the house. So now since you've been there, how is it having your are you still excited about it?
It's exciting. It's a little bit weird to be in a house alone. Like, I don't know. It's like I've lived with my parents my whole life, and then we lived with you guys for a little bit, and like it's just weird to have a whole space that is yours, like decorating a kitchen how you want it, and having a living room. Like I've always just had a room.
Right.
So dispersing all my things and thinking about all the things that you need to have in a house. Like we had to get so many groceries, so much cleaning supplies, just like things that you never, it's all very new.
Right.
But it's so fun. I am so excited, and it's been fun to make it our own. We did some painting over the weekend. We got a lot done over the 4 days that we moved in, and it's good getting used to it, but I definitely I feel good about the decision, and I'm very happy with
good.
being
Were there some expenses that you were like, oh geez, I didn't think that, or I didn't realize that, or I didn't account for
definitely. Like you just don't really think about these things until it's happening, and you're like, oh right, there's this and this and this, and like even just like internet and power and water and like all the things. You just kind of don't think about it until like you're in it and it's happening, and you're like, okay, there's a lot of extra expenses. So it's good to have savings because yeah, there's definitely a lot of expenses, but it's been good, and we are.
But you
getting all
took the jump, leap of faith, did it.
And now I have a motivation to work. It's funny because like some people, like it was hard for me to save money before because I'm like, I'm saving for this hypothetical thing that would maybe happen in the future. But now I have a home and I'm like, I want to make money because I have a house to save for, and I'm just like motivated to work now, which is good.
To work and get ahead.
Yeah, like I am. Yeah, I have a motivation to make money now, which is good, I think.
Yeah. So all the fear that would be there about, say, being a homeowner and the extra responsibility and that, how were you able to overcome that, or what was it that made it easier to kind of to move forward and to take that leap, take on that responsibility and that investment?
Yeah. Well, I think obviously having a good support system, like we have a great family that is very supportive, and you guys helped us through like a lot of the process. And just, I don't know, we felt ready to do this. We've felt ready for a long time. Like Austin and I have been together for a really long time, and like we've talked about this for so many years. So I think we've just always felt ready to take this step. It happened very fast. We definitely didn't think we'd be buying a house this year, but we've been ready for a really long time, and we have a lot of support around us. We had like a whole village helping us move. So I don't know, I've felt ready for a really long time, and it's been good.
Right.
Yeah.
So and a couple of things that this leads me to, and a little bit on the Wednesday wisdom side, is doing something different when you don't have to. Yeah. Because you guys could have just continued on.
Totally.
Just comfort zone.
Yeah.
Just keep saving money. Don't take a risk.
Yeah.
What was it that allowed you to, and to not to have like a physical meltdown, but like, because there was some stress involved.
Yeah.
Doing something different when you don't have to, like explain that process to me about, say, like going out and buying a house versus just living at your parents till you're 30.
Yeah. Well, like again, Austin and I have been together a really long time, and we've lived together for a long time, and this property is so unique, and it just came along at a really great time. Like, you found it for us. I sent you like a Pinterest picture of a house one day, and I was like, I want something like this. Like, this is what I really want. Like, how can we make this happen? And you sent me the listing within like 15 minutes. You're like, this is a great place. Like, it just got listed, and I don't know, we just have felt ready, and it's definitely been stressful, like a lot of it. It was not like just get an accepted offer and then everything went smoothly. Like, it definitely was challenging because it's our first time buying a home. But everything, I just really trusted that this is the right decision, and there's not a property that comes along like this every day.
Right.
So I was like, okay, we could save and just wait for something else to come along, or we could just take this leap of faith and trust that everything's going to work out, and it did work out.
Was there a point where you doubted your decision and you were like, we can't handle this, we're doing like crazy for doing this?
A little bit, like just like knowing that it happened really quick, I was kind of like, we didn't really have time to think about this. Like, we didn't really, we've always kind of felt ready to buy a home. Like, we've had those conversations for years. Like, okay, like if something came along, like we obviously, we've been saving money. But it wasn't like something where we could really just sit and think through all the pros and cons. Like, we had to just decide, like, is this what we want to do? And we had to make a decision pretty quick. And so I was a little bit stressed because, like, we couldn't just sit around and decide if it was right or not. Like, we just kind of had to decide and trust that it was going to work out. I don't know, it was stressful, but
it worked out.
It worked out.
Yeah. Well, another thing I think with this particular property and getting in, why I like it is it does have the 2 rental units. So you've got
it's so unique.
You've got income coming in.
Yeah.
And then you're also planning to get a roommate for extra income. So it's not going to be as big of a burden upon you.
Totally.
It would actually, it's costing you less than it would if you were out renting an apartment, right?
No, it's very unique, and like, so I just didn't feel like I wanted to pass up this offer, like, because you don't see many of these properties with 2 rental suites, like, that doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
And it's in an amazing location, so
Yeah.
checked all our boxes.
Well, that's awesome. Awesome. So, so there, prime example, doing something different when you didn't have to, right? Stepping out of the comfort zone, overcoming fear. And I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they were talking about fear, overcoming fear, and they proposed an idea or a concept, and it got me thinking. And really, the concept was the things that we fear most are usually things that we're just not familiar with.
Yeah.
Right? So how do you become familiar with something?
I know.
By exposing yourself to it and just doing more, like doing reps, right?
Yeah.
So we have this concept of fear, and it's like, whether it's, you know, the more I thought about it, I was like, well, what are the things that I'm afraid of or that cause me fear or anxiety in life and business? It's because I haven't done them before, right? The things that you're used to doing, you don't have fear about that, right? So I was thinking, like, fear is really, the concept, when you hear the word fear, creates, you know, some emotion, or there's an image that comes up. But the reality of it is that if you wanted to overcome fear, you just, and that's where it comes down to, the kind of doing the thing that you fear the most. Because once you've done it and then done it again, and doing it once doesn't like get rid of the fear. You do it multiple times until you become somewhat comfortable with it, right? And so it's reps. It's like doing it over and over and over and over. And so the whole concept of just fear or avoiding fear is really, it's like the thing that you fear the most is usually the thing that you should need to be doing the most.
I agree.
Right? So to overcome fear, so this is my Wednesday wisdom. To overcome your fear, you have to do some reps. So do that thing that is causing you fear, anxiety, and maybe look at it differently. Don't look at it as the word fear. Just look at it as unfamiliar. I think that's a better way to look at it. Because if you stopped using the word fear and started using the word unfamiliar, or just I'm not used to that yet, then you can
seems more attainable to expose yourself to it.
Exactly. That's kind of the realization that I had in my mind, was like, oh, okay, yeah. So if I'm just unfamiliar with this thing, I'm not afraid of it, I'm just unfamiliar. And being unfamiliar with something is much easier to move forward towards and to start a practice or train through it than just thinking that it's like you're scared of it. Right?
Yeah, no, I like that.
So unfamiliar. Wednesday wisdom. It's not fear. Don't be afraid of it. You're just not familiar with it yet. So
I like it.
Become familiar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Expose yourself to it.
Expose yourself. Well, yeah. Don't full exposure. No. Yes. So anything else? What do we got? Canada Day coming up here. Lots going on, especially in Parksville. Huge celebrations, parade, big things happening. It's getting busier in town. Definitely noticeable. Tourists are here. This is the place to be. Like literally, the summertime in Parksville is so phenomenal. Nice. I literally don't know that there's really any place else on earth that can match or exceed the way the climate,
the vibes,
the lifestyle, the vibes, everything. The beach. Oh, it's just awesome.
So nice.
We're gonna get out there, enjoy it. We get out to the lake as well.
Yes.
Good times, summertime, enjoy it. Before we know it, it'll be gone. It's already, it's summer,
already like end of June. It's crazy.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's it again for this week.
Okay.
Thanks again for watching. All right. Right on.